sometimes things that you have to say to your friends that you'd rather not say, like I said to President Trump today, because I think his comments about Theresa May were unacceptable, and I don't think he should have made them.
British lawmakers showing British resolve there in the face of attacks on their prime minister and upon their ambassador to the U.S. by the president of the United States. Here's our president just today. The wacky ambassador that the U.K. foisted upon the United States is not someone we are thrilled with, a very stupid guy. Trump also again criticized the outgoing prime minister's handling of Brexit, writing, quote, "I told Theresa May how to do that deal, but she went her own foolish way, was unable to get it done, a disaster. I don't know the ambassador, but have been told he is a pompous fool." Bojo, that would be Boris Johnson, who, like Jeremy Hunt, wants to be Britain's next prime minister, today would not rule out firing the UK ambassador to Washington, stopped short of direct criticism of the American president for trashing his fellow Brits.
He was dragged into a British political debate in a way he sometimes is. I don't think that's necessarily the right thing for him to do, as Jeremy has said.
The president's anger toward the UK ambassador erupted after those confidential cables leaked on Sunday, portraying the Trump administration as, quote, inept, clumsy, and completely absorbed by infighting and chaos. Just yesterday, Trump said the U.S. will no longer deal with the ambassador. Today, a State Department spokesperson said the U.S. will continue to deal with all accredited individuals who are here until further instructions arrive from the White House. As Daily Beast columnist Christopher Dickey wrote recently, quote, U.S.-UK relationship status, it's complicated. And that man, in fact, is with us for more. Christopher Dickey, veteran foreign correspondent and the Paris-based World News editor for the Daily Beast. He has been kind enough to get up at 5:30 in the morning as the sun rises above the Arc de Triomphe and the Champs-Élysées. And Christopher, let's establish the UK is a mess. Let's establish we've never had an American president attack Brits quite this way. How is this all being covered in Europe?
Well, I think people here in Europe generally think that President Trump is a loose cannon. I don't think they're terribly surprised. I can tell you the French are kind of amused to see the British and American leaders going at each other this way, especially the commentaries by Sir Kim Darroch, the ambassador. Basically, what Kim Darroch was saying in those cables was exactly what everybody in Europe believes, especially the people in the know who've had to deal with Trump. So the feeling is that Trump is being Trump, and he's nuts.
And let me ask you about what may be the origins, to use the word of the moment, of these leaked cables. The argument being made here is, after a while, we will view Brexit perhaps as early experimentation by the Russians. We will view the Trump campaign perhaps as early experimentation by the Russians. Why doesn't this bear their hallmark? Because they're all about fomenting ill will between allies.
It could be the Russians, it could be the Iranians, it could be the Chinese. All of them have various reasons to try and foment divisions among the allies. The Daily Mail, which originally published the excerpts from these cables, actually tried to imply that Sir Kim Darroch, the ambassador, might in some way have been behind these leaks. Clearly, the problem here is the leak more than the substance, because what we were saying, the substance is what everybody knows and a lot of people think about President Trump.
Two men joined by boisterous hair, Donald Trump and Boris Johnson. Does the special relationship survive men like these?
Well, you know, Boris Johnson, in addition to being wildly eccentric, is an incredible hypocrite. Back in 2015, when Trump was first running for president, he was talking about a Muslim ban and also talking about what a terrible place London is. Boris Johnson, mayor of London, said he was stupefyingly ignorant and completely incompetent and should never be president of the United States. Now Boris is Trump's buddy. This is the kind of hypocrisy that we expect from politicians like Trump and Boris Johnson.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.